strange. Why is Nimbus Tower completely empty? And that tune, it sounds familiar. It sounds like it's coming from upstairs. Maybe I should go take a look. The incense in this room is so strong that it's making me dizzy. Who's there? What's going on with this person? Decree of the Jiangnan Envoy. Oh, wait, is that really the Jiangnan Envoy? That can't be right. I heard he was supposed to be here meeting his beloved. Why does he look so out of sorts? And where is his beloved Roland? Now that I think about it, something felt off ever since I stepped into Nimbus Tower. Have I missed something? No matter what, Aunt Han's safety comes first. But we need to find that Yin-inscribed booklet first. Paulownia wood body. Burn marks on the tail. Could this really be the legendary Scorchtail Guqin? The one worth a fortune and nearly impossible to find? A familiar fragrant aroma, and a strange scent. That's right! It's drunken immortal wine mixed with 5 minerals powder again. Five minerals powder again? And in such a huge dose again? Fragrant Nimbus, longing for the Scorchtail Guqin. The elegant handwriting and the hint of an orchid on the hairpin. Could this be a reply from Roland to the Jiangnan Envoy? There are trees in the mountains, but my heart longs for Ruolan, though she doesn't know. May this Guqin be my messenger, carrying my love to my beauty. Is this a love poem from the Jiangnan Envoy? He's really head over heels for Ruolan. The Yin-inscribed booklet really is here. That incense burner just now. Yes, burn it now. Aunt Han and the Faceless Ones are safe now. Wait. I feel...
You're awake. At last. Are you still feeling dizzy? Let me know if you're unwell. I'm Roland. The Tea Pavilion in Nimbus Tower is my private reception.
You're the master of Nimbus Tower and the composer of Deep Longing, aren't you? And the person admired by the Jiangnan envoy?
This is my fault. He came with a scorched-tail Guqin yesterday, saying he wanted to see me and gift me this instrument. To most, this Guqin might just be a busted old antique, but to a true lover, it's worth more than life itself. I wanted to add some excitement to the heroic assembly, so I agreed to today's meeting. I planned to return it after the banquet, but I had barely stepped into the pavilion when he suddenly became out of sorts.
Could this all be due to taking too much 5 minerals powder?
With the help of our fellow disciples, we used a knockout incense to lock him inside. Who would have thought you'd get caught up in all this? If anything happens to you,
That strange scent really was the knockout incense.
The Yin-inscribed booklet? Did you lose something important, young wanderer?
Looks like Miss Jean Ruolan doesn't know anything about the Faceless Ones. The fewer people who know about this, the safer we all are. It's nothing. I was just a little disoriented and misspoke earlier. I'm fine. But that honored guest from Jiangnan?
He was badly wounded and has already passed away. I've heard this guest holds a prominent position in Jiangnan. But since this all started because of me, I'll do everything I can to keep you safe.
No, I accidentally injured the Jiangnan envoy, so I must take full responsibility.
But if Jiangnan decides to hold us accountable, I worry that...
Don't worry, sister. I'll make sure neither you nor Velvet Shade gets dragged into this.
To be honest, what worries me most is your safety.
Don't worry, sister. I'm skilled, and I have plenty of friends in the Jianghu. I won't be easily caught by Jiangnan's henchmen.
For some reason, I feel so at ease when you say, don't worry. If that's the case, both I and everyone at Velvet Shade appreciate your kindness. From now on, you'll always have a place at the Heroic Assembly as our honored guest.
A Heroic Assembly ticket is costly. You don't mind me sneaking in? And even allow me free access in the future?
Even at 10 times the cost, it would be worth it for your chivalrous spirit, young wanderer. Since you enjoyed the Heroic Assembly so much, how about catching another fireworks show over the lake? I've saved the best seat just for you.
Sure thing.
Then, I'll escort you myself. personal escort from Miss Rulon. What an honor! This is the spot. The fireworks will start from over there soon. I would really love to watch the fireworks shimmering upon the lake with you. But this show was planned by Sister Chiang and myself, and some details remain unresolved.
Well, you better hurry, and not keep them waiting.
Very well. I'll make some fragrant tea for you myself the next time you come to Nimbus Tower. And you can tell me your thoughts about the show.
Sounds good. Take care, sister.
You're back. How impressive. The nobles of the Song dynasty, the Jiangnan envoy, even that little fool, none of them stood a chance against you.
He's different. Innocence and kindness in a chaotic world are the rarest of things.
True, just like in Jiangnan. Oh no. Is there really no way to fix it?
That cluster is especially beautiful. Of Yan Lake. Can they compare to the Chintang Lake of your hometown? Enjoy the fireworks. When the fireworks light up the sky, it's the best sight there is. Darling, I will definitely work hard to earn money in the future. I'll definitely secure the best spot.
Dad, look how beautiful these flowers are.
Just as good looking.
Now, out for the rocks on the road.
Look! What a big ship! Is that the Five-Toothed warship? Oh, wow!
grow here, but now they bloom so well.
Jade-stoned paths, gem-set hoops. Splendid, indeed.
Where on earth has Shudan gone? Such a delay. Belgian Tower is a majestic sight. Undeniable proof of the song's rising power. A noble ruler, and the flourishing of gifted minds.
A brief respite.
Today's banquet hosts honored talents invited by the Emperor. We must be very careful. How are the preparations? Nothing out of order? If any fruit or vegetable lacks freshness, return it to the kitchen for replacement. Quickly now, fresh tea for our honored guests. Today's banquet hosts honored talents invited by the Emperor. We must be very careful. How are the preparations? Nothing out of order? If any fruit or vegetable lacks freshness, return it to the kitchen for replacement. Quickly now, fresh tea for our honored guests.
And the flourishing of gifted minds.
Mozu once built a wooden kite, 3 years to make, and 1 day to fall. Now the kite I've made can not only soar for days, scouting the enemy day and night without rest, it can also harness the Firestone, whistle out commands, and lead the battle charge. But when has there ever been a kite that soars forever? Still, even if it does fall one day, what is more important is how high it once flew, and how far. I have already reported to the prefect. The Jingming Pool naval exercises are in position. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin. This year, the celestial phenomena are unusual. The cherry blossoms in the Imperial Garden are blooming all year round. It seems the Southern expedition will be a great victory. Such a magnificent scene. And the quintident is nearing completion. If we don't enjoy the flowers and feast, wouldn't it be a waste?
What I heard is that military pay was delayed since the Kaifeng currency crisis, and the Quintident warship couldn't be finished on time. Hosting a banquet here. You're not really admiring cherry blossoms, are you?
Seeing through everything. You're not simple. The prefect, under the guise of watching the naval exercises, is hosting a banquet for distinguished guests here. Indeed, it's to raise military funds and prepare for the Southern campaign. Now with the internal strife in Qinghu, they can't even take care of themselves. Our army will march southeast and surely seize the middle reaches of the Yangtze River. By then, the upstream Shu Kingdom, the downstream Tang Kingdom, and Song will inevitably clash. At present, if we can use the power of the Navy to intimidate them, they will surely provide the military funds to get through this crisis.
What a brilliant move to scare the tiger by striking the mountain. I wonder, between Shu and Tong, who is the mountain and who is the tiger?
Both countries have now sent envoys, who linger around the Imperial Garden under the pretext of paying tribute. Pretending to tour is merely to spy on the naval strength of Jingming Pool. The prefect's banquet happened to fulfill their wishes. As for who is the mountain and who is the tiger, that will depend on themselves. The invitation is here. Please deliver it for me, young hero. As long as the message is delivered, there's no reason for them not to come. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin.
Today's banquet hosts, honored talents invited by the Emperor.
Jade stoned paths.
Don't stray too far, little one.
Such a grand sight, Lady Yan. Reminds me of a story. Want to hear it?
You're about to make up another lie.
around.
Those brats, still wet behind the ears. Back in my day, my archery could split a feather.
This time, I will not fail my father's trust.
Judging by your noble demeanor, you must be an envoy from another country. Am I right?
Good perception. I am Mang Xuanjia, the Crown Prince of Shu. What brings you to seek me?
The governor is hosting a banquet at Baojin Tower and has specially sent me to invite the distinguished guests to attend.
Oh? I've long heard of the fine wines and delicacies of the Great Song. This time, I'll go and experience them myself.
Not quite what I was hoping for.
I think it's because...
Young hero, care for a match?
Sword! It's almost my turn. It's almost my turn.
I'm here. Quite a sight, really.
This place was once a village.
You can win the championship.
You haven't had drills like this in a long time. It's a good way to raise spirits.
Volumes 6, 7, and 9 are here. But where's Volume 8?
Everyone is full of spirit and skill. The future of our great song is just around the corner.
The Jinming Pool Navy is truly extraordinary.
Greetings.
Greetings, young hero. I am Gui, the Vice Minister of Water Resources of Southern Tong. Young hero, what brings you here?
The governor has prepared a banquet at Baojin Tower and sent me to invite you.
A banquet? This, Young hero, please go ahead first. I will join you shortly.
My first time here. Quite a sight, really. It's almost my turn.
This place was once a military garrison.
Young hero, care for a match? What a pity! It's been ages since I've met a worthy opponent. What a pity! It's been ages since I've met a worthy opponent. What a pity! It's been ages since I've met a worthy opponent. What a pity! It's been ages since I've met a worthy opponent. What a delight! I acknowledge you as my friend.
It's my first time
win the
here.
championship.
Quite a sight, really.
Sorry for the interruption.
No need for formalities. Young hero, are you here for the banquet at Baojin Tower?
Yes. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin.
Thank you, young hero. I will join you shortly.
The Quintident warship towers with 5-deck citadels and stands over 30 meters tall, capable of mustering 1,000 warriors. This ship stands firm in the center of the army, as solid as a fortress. It is also equipped with 6 sets of giant stone catapults, each with the force of 1,000 cannons. Smashing nearby boats, big and small, is effortless.
This massive warship is so huge, sailing from the north to the Zhanghuai region. If the waterline changes, how do we stabilize the center of gravity?
Minister Gu has great insight. When sailing from the Bian River system into the Jianghuai region, the difference in water density causes uneven ship draft lines. Sui Dynasty Quintident relied on manual sand and stone ballasting for balance, and that slowed down its speed. But speed is crucial in war. Improved by the contraption techniques of the Maw Gate, this ship is now a far cry from its former self. Switch to water tank ballast, draw and discharge water locally, and adjust the waterline as easily as moving your arm. In this way, this ship can travel between the northern and southern waterways, as if entering an unguarded land.
Good. In the past, when the Sui dynasty conquered the Qin dynasty and unified the north and south, this ship was built to secure the Yangtze River. Lost to time, with the aid of the contraption techniques of the Maw Gate, it has finally reappeared. Once the final batch of military pay arrives, the southern expedition can be launched within 10 days. Honored envoys, although Shu and Tong follow the calendar of our great song, Song regards both countries as brotherly nations. You've always been diligent with the annual tribute of money and grain. Now, Nanping and Wuping are in turmoil. The military governor of Wuping has sent a letter asking for help. The commoners of Jinghu are in dire straits. Bashu and Jiangnan are both along the Yangtze River, so they are likely to be generous in aiding those in need.
Jiangnan has already exhausted its national resources, having paid tribute 3 times this year alone. Countless gold, silver, and silk fabrics. It's really...
Lord Zhao, the military funds required by the Great Song have been transported with the Shu Kingdom's fleet. It is currently stationed outside the Huilong post, ready for delivery at any moment. Only 2 requests for the Song dynasty to fulfill. First, once the Song occupies the Yangtze River, they must not advance westward first. Second, they must hand over the restoration diagram of the 5-toothed warship to the Shu Kingdom.
Okay. Please, esteemed envoy, after the banquet, enter Jinming Pool. Admire the great ship and hand over the diagram. Someone, draft the contract. Since the 2 countries have already made a treaty, General Rong, please hand over your talisman and lend it to the Shu envoy for a while.
The Baojin Tower is a majestic sight. And to... undeniable proof of the song's rising power. A noble ruler, and the flourishing.
The 14 states north of the river have yet to be recovered, and Jiangnan is on the verge of danger.
Despite the nation's decline, Jinling remains a city of revelry and song.
The diagram of the five-toothed warship left after the Sui dynasty conquered Chen was originally preserved in our Shu kingdom. Bringing the diagram back this time will not let down my father's decision to make me the heir.
Huh? How did the Song State manage to build it first?
Well, because if it weren't for stealing the diagram and fleeing to Kaifeng, why would the Song dynasty offer such protection? Damn it! Before returning to Shu this time, I must catch him.
Today's banquet hosts, honored talents invited by the...
General, why do you look so worried?
Young hero, you are ignorant. I have a close friend, the naval commander, Murong Yanzhao. He fell ill a few days ago. I sent people multiple times afterward, but I couldn't get any news from him. Since you are a guest of honor of General Rong, if you have the chance to inquire about his recent situation, I will surely reward you handsomely.
General, why do you look so worried?
Young hero, he fell ill. Since you are a guest of honor.
The Baotian Tower is a majestic sight. Undeniable proof of the song's rising power.
Lord Zhao, this move is rather hasty. The diagram is the highest military secret of the Navy. Handing it over to Shu like this will harm the battle
Right
situation
now,
on the
military
Yangtze River.
provisions are the most important. If we don't send troops now, once Jinghu is pacified, where will we find such a good opportunity again? With you here today, isn't it heaven's will to aid me?
Speak. What do you want me to do?
Jinming Pul is currently concentrating its military forces for drills, leaving our defenses weak. In such a crucial military town, the envoy of Shu naturally brings only one close attendant. The theft of the diagram not only would not count as a breach of contract, I could also first accuse him of the crime of losing a talisman in the state of Shu.
Stealing from oneself. The thief cries thief. How shameless of you.
Haven't you heard? Steal a hook and you're executed. Steal a kingdom and you're made a lord. The gates of lords naturally hold benevolence. If we can swiftly unify the North and South, wouldn't that be the most benevolent act of all?
Young hero, the Song's Quintident warship has already drained the national treasury, burdening both the military and civilians. If Bashu also obtains this map, not only will it waste resources and harm the people, but the stalemate in the Yangtze River battle will likely not be a blessing for the common folk.
In that case, I'll make a trip and bring the diagram back.
Banquet is about to end. The Shu envoy will depart immediately. Jinming Pool is currently conducting exercises heavily guarded. Please follow me, young hero.
Behold, the Quintident warship.
Exactly. The towering ship has 5 decks, stands over 100 feet tall, and can accommodate 1,000 warriors. 6 giant hammer poles are set up around, hanging high on all sides. And the ship's hull is as majestic as a grand mansion. Once the giant hammer falls from above, the enemy ship will be shattered to pieces. Wang Zhen's tower ship sailed down to Yizhou and dimmed the royal Jinling. It's been 5 years since Emperor Shuzong commissioned this pond for naval training in Kaifeng.
Breathtaking indeed.
This unprecedented in scale. I've returned my talisman. I can't go further from here. It's all on you now, young wanderer. The envoy of Shu has arrived at the palace hall. The Navy is conducting drills, and this place is heavily guarded. When approaching the Quintident, do not alert the garrison troops.
With so many guards, how can we get close to the envoy of Shu?
Naturally, we'll first survey the terrain, plan, and then act. The flank is well guarded. They have even dispatched elite bugle soldiers. It would be unwise to attempt entry there. By then, the entire Jinming pool will be on high alert, and the boarding passages will be sealed. A frontal attack is out of the question. The entire route is lined with officials and soldiers come to greet the later Shu envoy. An unwise charge will only alert the enemy. The water functions as a natural defense. Even the most excellent swimmer will not be able to swim that far. With this distance, even the best swimmer would be powerless. However, I've already left something for you to step on, at the mast of the Haihu ship and at the eaves of the hall. With this, you can spring upward and reach higher ground. Proceeding across the eaves, you could approach the water in front of the square quietly. The willows by the water will be your best cover when it comes time to dive. There is no way for us to get to the banks with all of those soldiers and officials around. Perhaps you could hold your breath and enter the outlet from underwater. This way, you will be able to approach their handover points and secretly obtain what you need to know. Before boarding the Quintident warship, make sure not to alert the official troops.
The military funds are at Huilong Station. After obtaining the Five-Tooth Warship diagram, we can finalize the deal.
I still need to stay here to oversee military drills, so I can only accompany you this far for now. Please, esteemed envoy, take my military talisman and head to the dock to board the warship. General Murong has been waiting for a long time. The diagram is on the top floor of the ship. As you inspect the warship, you can take it back with you.
The authentic blueprint is on board. We will stick to the plan.
Your Highness, is this Five-Tooth warship really that powerful? Is it worth using so much military funds to exchange for a single diagram?
Why are you so unimpressed?
Your Highness, is this Five-Tooth warship really that powerful? Is it worth using so much military funds to exchange for a single diagram?
Why are you so unambitious? Haven't you thought about it? After occupying the middle reaches of the Yangtze, where should this great ship sail next? If not Jiangnan, then Bashu.
Your Highness, is this Five-Tooth warship really that powerful? Is it worth using so much military funds to exchange for a single diagram?
Why are you so unambitious? Haven't you thought about it? After occupying the middle reaches of the Yangtze, where should this great ship sail next? If not Jiangnan, then Bashu.
Your Highness, I understand.
What have you understood?
The meaning of today's banquet is, whoever doesn't pay up will be the next one to get hit.
Finally, some progress. This tribute of military provisions can ensure the peace of our Shu Kingdom for 3 to 5 years. Seizing this opportunity, if we work hard, we can also build this Five-Tooth warship. In the future, we might still be able to fight against Song.
Who's there? Enemy sighted?
Your Highness.
Why do you talk so much?
Your Highness, I wanted to ask, why do we have to personally board the ship to retrieve the diagram of the Great Warship? Could there be any trickery here?
What trick could there be? Even in war, envoys are not beheaded. Zhao Guangyi, that guy, killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Firstly, by showing off the 5-tooth warship to us. Secondly, by taking the opportunity to retrieve the talisman. It seems the Zhao family is about to kill the donkey after grinding the flour.
Enemy sighted?
By order, verify the boarding talisman.
Excuse me, how do I use this boarding talisman?
Sail to the military port on the opposite shore.
Enemy sighted?
Esteemed envoy, please board the ship and wait. Once the documents are exchanged, we will set off at once for the military port on the far bank and board the warship.
do. Take that!
Overconfident.
Heart like morning dew. Yours must save all souls.
Overconfident.
Who's there? Who's there? Intruder! The envoy has been murdered! Pass the order! Everyone stay sharp! Close the boarding gate! No one is allowed to leave!
Who goes there? You rebel!
Keep a close watch on the ballast room. It powers the entire warship.
I must say, that Lord's craftsmanship is truly divine.
The others, you'll have to ask around.
Dawn is coming, and they're about to awaken. You have to get out of here.
No honor is owed to the honorless. The world is fickle. Hearts change easily. Will you collect his corpse?
Looks like he's quite drunk. Better check ahead.
drunk this cup dry of that, I am sure. This is clamor of war. Hands now. And there's no turning back now. I don't have much time left. The person I've wronged the most in my life is you. If someone could restore the past, unlock the portrait contraption, if we could get these diagrams out, there might still be a chance. The 4 sons of the military are now divided. It all started when he became the Emperor. The inhuman regions remain unreclaimed. The birds still fly, but the fine bow is broken. Hanging the portrait of the late Emperor high, refusing to serve the new dynasty, is nothing but a desire for death. Xiao Guangying refused to pacify and sent us brothers to personally quell the rebellion. Brother Shi was the first to support the cause. Back when the army returned to Chenshao, he opened the city gate. He opened the city gate for Xiao Guanyin, but he broke his golden halberd, resigned his post, vanished into darkness. People say he made weapons illegally, hoarded wealth, ignorant of the fact that if it weren't for secretly paying a large sum of military expenses to the court, how could he ensure his safety? I'm not in control of myself. Not in control. Trusted your family to me. But have you ever thought that if the court won't spare you, how could they spare me? Off to the southern front again. I'm but a hollow shell now. Death means nothing to me. If it weren't out of spite for my betrayal, how could your daughter have ended up like this?
Oil tanks with ignition triggers? Is it her? If that ship blows, heaven help us. We need to stop this.
I didn't expect them to have actually snuck onto the ship.
The command room is ahead. Let's search.
How about we ask General Murong if he's seen anybody suspicious?
You'll trust someone mad. The whole ship's General Murong's playground now.
True. The entrance is already sealed, so finding him is just a matter of time.